For some reason, my shorts have been coming up when I'm scrolling through YouTube. Just started in the last few days. And I don't know what's causing that. I don't normally watch my own videos once they're uploaded. I watch them before I upload them. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm back here in Monroe, Louisiana, where I've just picked up a bunch of aluminum headed for down in Houma. And this is day 10 of the Realistic Economy series. It's Friday. It's the end of the second week. So let's get started. Kind of wide here so I can get back out through here. There's not a gate, so I don't have to worry about hitting the gate. But I do want to get out without hitting that big sign over there. And I have decided to add one mod to the mod list, so I'm up to 11 for this profile. It's one that may break when 158 comes out. It's the realistic and brutal weather mod that I've been using in my other profiles in ATS and ATS2, and it seems to be okay, and it kind of like the sky and some of the effects it gives. But like I said, it will probably break when 1.58 comes out, along with several other mods, but I'm not using any mods in this profile that will break the game if they're not used. One of the mods that I'm not looking forward to breaking, but I know it will, is the rooted visor mod that puts the bar up at the top. And if you already know about the 1.58 beta, I tried it out, and I'm not a fan of the new rooted visor that they put into that beta. I'm really hoping it goes away. Maybe it'll go the way of the villager rework from Minecraft, and I'll just make it a button that you can turn it on and off in the background, because I really don't like it. Now, it's nothing about the way it looks, the new rooted visor. Actually, I like the way it looks. My problem is, first of all, the ETA is gone. That is something we need to know, is how long will it be? Well, I guess, okay. I know I'm supposed to be there sometime around 1:30. I can look at the clock on the dashboard there. It says 8:48. I could do the math in my head, but that hurts. The other thing is, right now I can push a button and the route information comes up. I can push it again and the truck damage window comes up. I can push another button and all of that goes away, and I'm just left with the basic information up at the top. And if I didn't have that mod, it would be the basic information down there on the bottom right. So, yeah, that seems like a downgrade to me, to take away important need-to-know information like that. And, I mean, I guess they could argue, well, we're not taking away, we put it in the pause menu. Yeah, how's that going to work in Convoy games? You can't pause in Convoy, you have to pull over and stop. That's going to cause all kinds of trouble, and it's just something we didn't need. And I have a feeling they've hired all of these people to work on the console development, and console people think differently. Anyway, they think differently, and if you think differently like they are, this is what you're thinking. There are a lot of commands in ATS, and we have 105 keys on our keyboards if we have the number pad, which I wouldn't have a keyboard without a number pad. So we have dozens of commands that we can bind to keys on the keyboard. We have button boxes that are relatively easy to make ourselves, or you can buy one. I'm not sure if they make button boxes that work for both Xbox and PlayStation, but it won't be a big deal for some console players. But if you're binding everything to a controller, you're limited to maybe 30 buttons if you use the bumpers for modifiers. So, I mean, they could, I guess, do what Giants did with Farming Simulator, and you can use those buttons as modifiers to increase the number of commands you can do on a single controller. But it's still going to limit you. And make things more complicated. So I can see what they're doing is probably to make things easier to navigate with the controller. But at the same time, it is just a beta, it's just a test, and they made it clear that they will be changing things over the next few weeks. And I don't know, by the time this video comes out, they may have already made a change. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. And generally, I trust SCS to make good decisions. Because so far they usually do. I know they've done changes to the user interface before that people got mad about. I actually have always thought their changes have been good. This time I don't. I mean, they took away F6, F7. F6, F7. How dare they? actually, if they put back the F6 and the F7 screens, or make them so that you can see them without pausing the game, and if they restore the ETA to the rooted visor, all of my complaints will be gone, because overall I like the look of the new design. I like the idea of being able to put that tachometer and indicator screen at the bottom left. And the reason is because I know a lot of people are playing this game in third-person view, which to me looks ridiculous, but a lot of people do it. And to be fair, I play Farming Simulator in third-person view. So, you know, I really can't say anything is wrong with that. You know, something else I'm actually looking forward to with 1.58 is eventually when, in the other profile, I'm going to head west on Route 66. And kind of suspecting that Road Trips is probably coming out between now and March, maybe sometime during March. That's my guess. And that's based on the fact that normal gas stations are in the map already. The change to the rooted visor is clearly made for people who are going to be using cars instead of semi-trucks in mind, I think. In my opinion, that's what it seems like. And I just, based on what we know, I think Illinois is probably coming maybe March, late March, sometime in April, sometime like that. So I think it won't be long before we'll be able to do the entire Route 66. But of course I don't know anything, I'm just speculating. Because speculating is fun. But back to this job. So this job is paying out almost $1,300. And it's taking me to Houma, which from there I'll get a job going to New Orleans. I'm sure I'll be able to find one pretty easy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a World of Trucks job. So I had to take a cargo market job instead. So sadly, this job is not going towards the Cruising Louisiana event. And I feel really guilty because I'm not doing my part. Hopefully I'll be able to find a external contract going from Houma to New Orleans. But that is my goal, is to finish every week back in New Orleans. So I can spend the weekend at my garage, which, by the way, they are updating the garages. And I think the new garages look okay. I've heard some disagreements on that. Apparently the gas pumps are no longer on the outside. You refill on the inside. I haven't actually checked them out. I was only interested in the rooted visor, really, is all I was looking for. Everything else I'll find out later, but the screenshots I've seen of the new garages look really nice, I thought. How about that skybox? I mean, the sun is trying to shine through the clouds, but it's just too cloudy, so it's really lighting them up. Maybe a little too much bloom in my opinion, but it'll work. Oh, something I didn't notice. Yes. It's aluminum, not aluminium. I was checking the spelling of that. Yeah, I would have had to pause. Oh, great. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I had to cut off a car because that truck cut me off. There's something. I wonder if they're going to get right in 1.58. Kind of doubt it. Something else that I didn't really try out much was the new physics in the game. I did take my truck for a drive off camera just to get an idea of... Well, mostly I was looking for things that were in the rooted visor. And something I noticed was if you take damage, it comes up with like a progress bar that shows your damage increase. But there's no little indicator, even down on the indicator bar, where you would think it would be showing what your truck's health is at any time. Like, I can look up at the top of the screen right now and see that my truck has no red on it at all. So I know it's healthy. If there's damage, it will have a little bit of red on it. And that just doesn't exist on the beta version of the rooted visor. Or at least as of the day I checked it. Also missing is the fuel level. That's crazy. Why would they take the fuel level off? Why would they take the ETA off? Why would they put the truck damage and the job information in a pause menu? A lot of those things are things that are, even in Farming Simulator, which I know is on console, those things are there. Not ETA, but the other things. Well, there he is. You can see him throwing those boxes in that dumpster over there. Rain or shine, day or night, he's always there putting the boxes in the dumpster. They're obviously paying him overtime for that. And I don't think I mentioned it in the day 6 video, but what I did was after day 5, I just did in the console menu. First I set the clock to 7 a.m. on Saturday, and then to 6:59 on Sunday, because you can't go exactly 24 hours at a time as far as I can tell. And then I ended up going to 6:55 on Monday. And that's what I'll do again at the end of this day. Is and what that does is it basically changes the day, so it moves you forward. And it also takes out the loan payments every day. So that's why it's important that every Friday I have enough money to cover the loan payments for Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday too. Is because I'm not working on Saturdays and Sundays. And there goes the loan payment. So, yeah, there goes another $906. Fortunately, this one job will more than make up for that. You know, I've talked quite a bit about things that I think SCS has done wrong. I think the swamps and the trees and the scenery that they've done has really been good. Does it make up for their problems? To me, probably. And at least on PC, we know that there are always going to be mods to make up for the downsides. But if there's anything I've learned from Farming Simulator, it's that when you have to rely on mods, that means that... Sorry, I had to make the turn. When you rely on mods to make the game good, and those mods aren't available on console, they're only available on PC, you have a bunch of console players wondering, hey, why can't we do that? And I don't blame them. There are a lot of things I personally would not want to play Farming Simulator on a console, because there are 2 or 3 mods in Farming Simulator that I can't play without, because the game wouldn't be fun without course play. It wouldn't be fun without the easy development mod. The way I play the game, and it's basic things that those 2 things add to the game. That the Follow Me mod, that's not on console as far as I know. How do you hire a worker and have them follow you around? You don't. It would be terrible. Couldn't go back to playing without those. I tried. Didn't go well. Okay, how about instead of just complaining, I actually give a solution? The button that turns, because you can usually, right now you can set a button that turns the rooted visor on and off. What if that button cycles through with one click the GPS window's on, second click is the what's now the F6, the job information window. Click it a third time and it's the truck damage window. Click it a fourth time and it's the local regulations window that they've added to the pause window. And then click it one more time and it's back off. Yeah, about that. That is an actual solution instead of just complaints. Because when it's just complaints, it sounds like just complaints. But anyway, let me see where to park. Okay. This is going to be fun. Oh, it's not going to be there. It's going to be all the way over here. Yeah, there it is. Got a long way to back up, but I think I'm clearer of all the obstacles. Oh, the zoom hold was something that I didn't like at first, but I've come to enjoy it. Okay, well, let's see what we get for the first job today. All right, well, made pretty good little progress on the XP. Still got a lot left to go before I make it to level 7. But I'll see what my next job is. All right, well, I didn't have to go very far, and I found a job headed straight to New Orleans. And good news is it's a World of Trucks job, so I'm going to be getting 107 miles towards the progress for cruising Louisiana. So let's get back on the road. And yeah, I was just parked over there to my right there. The job was straight in front of where I'm dropped off the last one, so didn't have to go far. Oh, there, the bridge is going down. Too bad I didn't get a chance to see it go up, but, oh, there's one of those ugly yellow lights, which I haven't heard any progress on getting those things improved. Oh, head tracking gone wild. And now we're crossing the bridge that was just up a few seconds ago, across that bumpy grate. Wonder what it would be like to live in an apartment building and have your boat docked right outside. Maybe they're condominiums instead of apartments. What's the difference between a condominium and an apartment? I guess you own a condo where you rent the apartment. But if your condo is inside of a building that is shared ownership, do you ever really own it? Boudreaux says no. And of course, there's a another one of the cutscenes. There's another one of the cutscenes over there to the left, but I don't have time to stop for those things. I did get one down in Port Vashon that just happened to be at a truck stop where I was spending the night anyway. But if it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't even got it. I guess I could do stuff like that on weekends, but I'm not sure that would be allowed. I guess as long as it's not on company time, it would be personal conveyance time. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if truckers are allowed to just, you know, drive their trucks around town to go sightseeing when they're off the clock during their reset time. And once again, there's Bayou Towers. Asked that the other day. I even made a short about that. By the way, does anybody watching my long videos ever see my shorts? Lately, for some reason, my shorts have been coming up when I'm scrolling through YouTube. That just started in the last few days. And I don't know what's causing that. I don't normally watch my own videos once they're uploaded. I watch them before I upload them. Oh no, I got a speeding ticket. $150? It was for science. Yes, I did that on purpose. Right before it goes to 50 miles an hour, I got a speeding ticket for going 30? 25? I'll have to check in the, when I edit to see what I was actually going, how far over the limit I was going to get a $150 fine. Also, I'm wondering where the police car is. Is it behind me? It's starting to rain, and I can't see the light. Look at the water spray coming up from the tires now that I've got this mod installed. Ooh, lightning. Thunder. Oh, there's the Kenworth dealership. It didn't pick it up. I was really counting on that to pick up. Oh well. Better drop my speed back down before I get another fine. That's one thing. Now that I've got way more... I'm not sure who was supposed to yield there. I should have been paying more attention. I really need to start paying attention again. When I started this, I was being very careful. But, well, oops. I don't even remember what I was mumbling about. This is a pretty serious little storm we got going on here. Earlier in this profile, that $150 fine would have really hurt, but I've got enough money built up now that I can get away with one every now and then, but I don't want those to build up. Having trouble getting up this hill. Let's look at the job information. Oh yeah, because I can do that. 34,000 pounds of waste paper, and it's all soaking wet right now. Yeah. Probably should have put a tarp over that. I don't think I've noticed this particular part of the road before. I may not have traveled this in either profile until now. That storm is getting kind of close, isn't it? I don't know who rode those motorcycles, but they're going to get wet going home. Yeah, that $150 fine's going to bother me a little bit, but, oh, can I stop? Can I stop? Yes, I stopped. But the first job by itself had more than that extra over one loan payment. So this job is still paying $511, so I'm okay. I'm alright. Nobody has to worry about me. The traffic coming from the left is just turning in both directions, all over the place, then stopping for no apparent reason. That's one thing about me. When I start moving, I try not to stop. Hey, there's a local branch of the ATS Bank. Haven't heard from them lately. Not since yesterday, I think. Okay. How about some creative storytelling? I'll make it up as I go. So, the guy that used to work at the bank, he retired. He called me, and he suggested that maybe when I get to level 10, I can start taking jobs to Arkansas and maybe the westernmost or easternmost part of Texas, but not very far into Texas, maybe as far as Houston or Dallas, and as far north as Little Rock. But not until level 10. That's what the guy from the guy who retired, who gave me the loan. Yeah, he wanted to give me advice. He didn't want to let me be. How am I supposed to get all the way over there? Well, I guess like this. Am I supposed to cross this line? I mean, it's both solid and dotted. It was a very confusing line. But, one way or the other, I got over here. And we're almost at the rail yard. In the real world, I've been continuing to enjoy my train set. That trailer is on the railroad track. I would really love to see Amtrak come through here right now and throw that trailer. Oh, I get to see it. I get to see it. Come on, Amtrak. Come on, Amtrak. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, he moved. The arm didn't. There it goes. That was disappointing. I'm disappointed. I was really hoping to see Amtrak come through and send that trailer into space. The Amtrak space program. That's what I would have liked to see. Oh well. Been thinking about getting the Amtrak. 2 or 3 companies make Amtrak in N-scale, and they're both pretty expensive. I've actually got a review video that I think went out on Sunday, last, like, 5-6 days ago on Sunday, and it was a review of my train set that I got. The Bachmann N-scale Santa Fe F7A has it has 2 freight cars of different types and a caboose. I ordered a Santa Fe passenger car to go with it, but as of when I'm recording this, which is Thursday last week, mail just isn't being delivered anymore. The snowstorm has everything shut down, but there's no snow here in ATS today, so I'm gonna see where to park. Interesting. Never liked those parking spots, but we'll try it. I'll go ahead and put the window down. It's not raining, so my arm won't get wet. There's still a little water on the trailer, on the windshield. What I was thinking was I'll put the rear axle up on the trailer to make it a little easier to turn. Look out the window so I can watch it go up. There it goes. Good. When I started out today, I had to actually reset some of my key bindings because apparently when I tried out the beta, it changed some of the key bindings, and it was very annoying not to have F6, F7 to work when they still work here in 1.57. By the way, if I get this in without taking damage or getting a fine, maybe you could give this video a like. Maybe subscribe if you aren't already. Yeah. Never mind. I'm kind of frantically turning the steering wheel There goes the train right there. Another train I'd like to have is one of the newer BNSF engines. But again, trains are expensive. But let's see what we get. Yeah, $500 to buy 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, depending on what you get. But unfortunately, this isn't real money. But this is the last job of the day. I'm going to head over to my garage now. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.